everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm back here again at Wheel Kitty today, and what I'm doing is going to be something slightly special. I've got the Crewkerz short frame which I've been riding for the last couple of weeks and last few videos and stuff, but what I really felt like trying is seeing what it's like with a slightly different stem on it. Now back in the day I used to ride really long high-rise stems, but this bike is different from that geometry again. But what I do have is a slightly shorter stem with a slightly higher rise, in fact double the amount of rise, because this is a 15mm 140 stem from Crewkerz in-house brand, and I've got a clean one that is going to be a little bit shorter. It's about 1035, so it's about 5mm shorter, but it's got a 30mm rise, so double as much rise again, and I'm going to see how much difference that makes. Thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed. If you haven't already, please do go and hit that button, and yeah, if you haven't already, please do go and check out DeRosa. They've got this amazing new kit for the summer which I'm really excited about. I'm loving this short sleeve jersey. It's actually really nice to have on. And yeah, well, right, enough talking from me. Let's see if I can have a warm up on this one first, get a feel of this stem. Obviously I know how that feels, but you know, set a base level of like what I can do on it, and then put the shorter stem on and see how much of a difference there is with a bit shorter and a bit higher. Let's see how this works. So riding with this stem, that went really well. A couple of nice up to fronts and decent gaps. It felt good, and you know, why shouldn't it? The weather's nice and everything, and I have been training a bit recently, so feeling relatively good on that. But this is the stem I'm going to put on instead. It's a clean Trials 2.0, and I believe it's about 135mm, so about 5mm shorter than this one, but again, as I said, double the rise. So let's swap these over and see how they look. So that's the new stem on. Let's have a hop and see how it feels. Well, aside from feeling a bit weird, because it's just a different stem, it actually seems to be going pretty much okay. It feels more comfortable on the back wheel for me. It feels like I'm not straining so much, which is weird. But yeah, well, proof's in the pudding. Let's see if I can up to front this wall on it, because that's kind of the main reason I put it on. So let's see how this goes. In summary, having had like an hour's ride with both the war stem and the clean stem, I mean, they're both nice. I don't know if this is making me feel any different. I think I'd have to go and ride it on some other stuff and see what that was like. But I mean, like going across this gap here felt really nice. Going up to front, the thing is, I'm not very good at going up to front, so I don't know if I've made any significant improvement there or anything, but they're both good, they both seem to work, and I think I might have to give this one some more time, and I might even see if I can try something a little bit longer. But that's not going to be the end of the video that I'm doing here today, because I've also been thinking for a little while pretty much since I had it, that this short frame might not be the one for me. So what I was thinking of doing is seeing if I could go and get my other old bike out and have a hop around here and see if I can remember what it's like to ride on a long bike, which is going to look something like this. And here it is, of course. This is my clean K1 that I've had for a couple of years now. I thought about selling it when I bought the Crewkerz, but no one actually made me an offer for it, to be honest. It didn't seem like there was people were that interested in it. And at the same time, I'm really glad I didn't sell it, because I want to give it another go. I don't know if like it's because summer's coming back or something, and I just feel like I want to be on a bike like this one. But it is obviously much longer than the other one I was riding, and the reason I'm getting out in this video, which you probably thought was all just about stems, is because a long stem or a long bike, they can almost make as much difference as one another, I think. And I kind of also just want to see if I can still ride a bike this long. I mean, it sounds silly because I was riding a bike almost this long about 6 weeks ago, but I want to see if it can still go up some big stuff, and I really want to see, crucially, if this can go to front any easier than my other bikes. Now the thing is, this is going to take me a good half hour probably to get used to it again, because I've had a little hop around on it, and it just feels so strange because it's just so much longer, and I've got a decent set of high-rise bars on here as well. These are the actual clean carbon ones. Thank you to Nastiakov for helping me out with those. So yeah, let's see if I can still ride my favourite oldest bike and have a hop around on that. So yeah, I'll stop talking and babbling now and just shut up and point the camera at me and do some riding. What a day. I came up here with the original intention of trying out some different stems and seeing what they would do to the geometry of a shorter bike, because I think subconsciously in my mind I was kind of going, oh, this just isn't feeling as good as how the clean used to feel, and I couldn't quite figure out what that was. But having got back on this, because this has been, for like since I had the Crewkerz, this has been my spare bike. This has been the bike that has been in the van at every show, just in case I snap a chain or something else goes wrong on the other bike. And I've actually got back on this, and honestly I think the main reason I probably fell out of love with this bike was because I put lower rise bars on it, and it came with high rise, it came with war bars on it, and I put lower rise bars on it and it just didn't feel the same, not for me. And so I put these clean higher rise bars on again, thanks to Nas for sorting those out for me. And it's unbelievable. Up to fronts, not exactly perfect or anything like that, but side hops, my word, it just flies. And I think that is the thing, is that I haven't got the scales out and measured these bikes yet in terms of weight, but this, even if this isn't actually technically lighter, it feels lighter. I love the stiffness of it. I love the I was going to say springiness, but it's not really that. It weirdly, what it does is it feels like it gives me more time. When I was on the Crewkerz and I'd preload for a side hop and I think, oh no, I missed it, and I just wouldn't even go. But with this, it's like a hungry dog that was kind of just like, yes, 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 go for it. And yeah, I mean, some of the stuff, this gap between these two things here, there, and turning around and going and back, I've never done that before. I've never had the energy to do it, but having these nicer bars on it, I had to sort the brakes out earlier. This nearly didn't happen because this rear brake needed a bleed because the bike's been hung up in the garage for 6 months and the brakes needed bleeding, and I was getting really frustrated with it, but I've just had such a happy ride, and it's made me so happy because I was feeling a bit like, like riding the Crewkerz. I don't want to diss them because clearly they are really, really good bikes. You know, the world champions ride them, and about 100 other guys that are better than me all ride on Crewkerz and they love it. And there's been this age-old question of like, since you know the first kind of carbon trials bikes came out, it was like, why aren't all trials bikes made out of carbon fibre? Because it's lighter and it's stiffer and it's stronger. And for some reason, obviously, very, very good riders disagree with something in that formula. But then a lot of very good riders like Danny Baron and Yulen Sands and, well, me, disagree with that because I've just had the best ride today. And I was feeling a bit sluggish on the Crewkerz. I was like, oh, right, have I lost something? But I've got on this and just jumped around on a few things. And my word, the only thing I think is if this bike could be a little bit shorter, if it could be 10 mil shorter, just so it was closer to 1085, then maybe I would enjoy it even more. But I love it for what it is. And again, considering I'm nearly 40 and I'm like still managing to side hop, yeah, 46, 47 inches. I probably can still do 50 on a good day. Well, I've got to go back to West Bay and try that wall or anything. But yeah. So I'm sorry this video started out being about stems and turned into sort of long versus short kind of thing, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be back on this, and I think I'm going to rebuild the Crewkerz Long as my spare bike to have during shows, because it is still a brilliant bike, there's no question about it, and I side up 50 inches on that thing as well. So yeah, I don't think there is a message or anything to this today, apart from if you're feeling sluggish and you're riding a bike that someone else has recommended to you, maybe see if there's something else that you could go and try, because it's so personal, all of this stuff. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there and just say thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't already, please do go and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next week for whatever we've got then. All right, thanks very much, take care, bye bye.